Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. It's interesting, Kraken showing up in ODL. Kraken has received a bank charter as the first exchange in the US, and Ripple is an investor in Kraken as well. Guys, this is coming from Andrew Zell on Twitter. So he noted that Kraken is indeed listed here, providing ODL on RippleNet's network. Now, we heard the news from a few months ago. Kraken becomes first crypto exchange to charter a US bank. I didn't actually know that Ripple was an investor in Kraken, so that's news to me. Gotta thank Andrew Zell for posting that. The big story here is adoption, and more specifically, cryptocurrency adoption in the United States. We're hearing, slowly but surely, pieces of the puzzle coming together. I did a video just this morning, I'll link it up here if you guys didn't catch that one, about how Ripple just hired a former JP Morgan Chase executive to be part of the project within the company Ripple in order to help, in order to kind of liaise, I suppose, with government officials when it comes to cryptocurrency regulatory clarity. So that's a big step for Ripple. And, the United States is a big hurdle. Luckily, we are seeing other countries jump on board. So this from Michael at Val5 Links, digital currency regulation gets backing from G7 finance officials. This is great news. The U.S. Treasury Department recently released a statement that shows that the G7 finance officials have strongly supported that digital currencies should be regulated, as reported by Reuters. The statement was released by the U.S. Treasury Department shortly after the officials held a virtual meeting. The meeting was hosted by Steven Mnuchin, the U.S. Treasury Secretary. This is the 12th meeting held by the G7 finance officials. I know that there were a few more earlier in 2020. Of course, they're meeting a lot now because of the pandemic. The meeting was also crucial as the presidency of the G7 will be handed over to Britain from the United States in a few weeks. And the need for digital currency regulation, of course, there's a myriad of reasons why this is important. Just going to go down here. According to the U.S. Treasury, the finance ministers and central bankers of the G7 talked about the recent responses to the evolving landscape of crypto assets and other digital assets, and national authorities work to prevent their use for malign purposes and illicit activity. So there's still this narrative that criminals can use cryptocurrencies in order to thwart government regulation. Of course, they mention in here the Facebook Libra debacle, and so there's still some work to be done. But it's good, it's a step in the right direction that these G7 countries are at least realizing this is the way to go, this is the future, and this is what we're going to do. Now, back in the United States, this is what's happening. This from Mr. Kumo here on Twitter. IRS trying to rob crypto investors. Posted this from Yahoo Money. The IRS is making it harder for taxpayers to conceal cryptocurrency transactions, whether intentionally or not, by adding a new question about it near the top of the new Form 1040. So the form released last week asks, at any time during 2020, did you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise acquire any financial interest in any virtual currency? That really broadens it up, doesn't it? The only option is to mark yes or no. So if you answer inaccurately, you could find yourself in hot water with Uncle Sam, who is rooting out tax evaders, tax professionals warned. When you sign the form, it's under the penalty of perjury, said Ryan Losey, a certified public accountant and executive vice president of PISIC, a tax firm. The IRS is just gathering the data, changing the forms to expressly say you did or didn't, and setting the trap so in the coming years, the hammer can come down. So guys, just be careful when it comes to tax time. Look over those forms. And I feel it is likely a good idea to find a certified accountant that can help you navigate the crypto waters. This is a new and emerging asset class, and so there aren't too many accountants that know about how to, properly report your cryptocurrency gains, especially if you guys are finding yourselves making big money in the next coming months. Just be mindful. You will have to pay taxes, and it is likely a good idea to talk to a registered accountant. I don't think H&R Block is going to cut it this year. Talk to an accountant who is cryptocurrency friendly, who knows about the laws, and chances are you will be fine. That's not financial advice, by the way. That's just something that I know I'm going to be doing myself. But more strides are being made in the United States with regards to this. I saw this from Dog Days here on Twitter. He sent this to me. New broker deposit rule promotes bank-fintech partnerships. So the acting controller of the currency, Brian Brooks, today issued the following statement with his vote to support the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation's new brokered deposit rules. The rules regarding brokered deposits approved today by the FDIC board helps modernize the concept of brokered deposits in ways that give consumers more choices and control over their financial decisions and promote innovation between commercial banks and the financial technology industry. Under the previous status quo, the broad definition of broker deposits discouraged bank and fintech partnerships by imposing unnecessary burden and costs, specifically by deeming app-based fintech services that facilitate consumer savings accounts a potential deposit brokering activity. This rule recognizes that fintech partnerships help banks reach new customers and extend their services to previously unbanked and underserved populations without triggering onerous regulatory requirements. So this is basically reshaping the way we are even looking at banks. We've already seen it with, as I mentioned before, we already seen it with Kraken. Not that this was about Kraken becoming the first crypto exchange, but we are changing the idea of what a bank could be. And now the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, are changing those rules to reflect that. So I thought this was very poignant, coming from Brian Brooks. Of course, he is the new Comptroller of the Currency, and he used to work at Coinbase. So he's up on his cryptocurrency education. I got to thank Dog Days here on Twitter for posting that. Something we should all be happy about. And more Ripple news, guys. MACKATTACKXRP posting this. Breaking Ripple-friendly SBI acquires digital asset firm B2C2. So SBI Financial Services, a Ripple partner, has acquired UK-based cryptocurrency trading platform B2C2 through its subsidiary. This comes after the company took a $30 million minority stake in the firm in early July, making its foray into the prime brokerage space. It is worth noting that Japanese behemoth SBI Holdings, the parent company of SBI Financial Services, is a long-term partner of Ripple. Its CEO, Yoshitaka Kitao, currently sits on the board of directors of the blockchain company Ripple. So we know that there is a Ripple connection with SBI Holdings. This is no secret. This is one of their biggest partnerships. Speaking of B2C2, Kitao mentioned that the company's vision would help SBI to expand its footprint across markets around the globe. Their vision, expertise, and offering complements SBI's, and we look forward to working in partnership as we expand our footprint across global markets. This coming from Yoshitaka Kitao. So more company partnerships. Just wanted to bring that to you guys. There's a lot of news today. Lots going on in the space, and I don't want to miss anything, so I'm trying to go through these kind of quickly. If you guys are finding I'm speaking too fast or if I'm not covering enough, I do put all the articles in every description of every video, so you can just go down, look at the description. You'll find everything that I talk about in all my videos down there. And then there was this. So this from Wrath of Kahneman. Ripple use is on the cover of the Financial IT winter issue as EuroExim Bank discusses a trade finance revolution. So guys, they're listed right here on the front cover, Ripple and the Trade Finance Revolution. This is Graham Bright of EuroExim Bank. At the intersection of financial services and technology, not all the opportunities are in the spotlight all the time. The same is true of the challenges. In 2016, for instance, numerous contributors to financial IT were excited about the potential for blockchain. Back then, other observers were worried about the erosion of correspondent banking relationships in many emerging markets. So you guys can see even back only 4 years ago now, or rather almost 5 years ago now, how much has changed with regards to the banking sector and the outlook for banking in the future. Neither blockchain nor correspondent banking were much discussed by our contributors through 2018, 2019, and 2020. In this edition, though, of Financial IT, however, a lead contributor explains how his organization, a specialist bank, is working with Ripple's network to provide digital trade finance solutions to importers and exporters, mainly in emerging markets. A crucial feature of the trade finance service that is a counterparty's local currency of the trade finance services is that counterparties' local currencies are converted into / out of Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency. So here is a use case that is very, very well demonstrated by Graham Bright. We know EuroExim Bank partnered with Ripple. I believe it was back in 2018. Guys, I will leave the rest of the article here, but what I did want to show you was this clip here on YouTube. This was Graham Bright back from February 2019. If you guys didn't catch this, it only got about 5,900 views, and it has been out for almost 2 years. This is Graham Bright, again, from EuroExim Bank, a Ripple partner. I'm not going to play the full clip for you guys. It's about 5 minutes long. I'm just going to play you guys the end. Listen to what he has to say.
I'm very interested in how we're moving forward in the market and how we're going to be taking a very, very specific lead here. We will, in our plan, is to not only work with payments instructions, but to embed trade finance instructions inside a Ripple message. So that sounds great. What does it actually mean? It means that apart from just the payment, and the actual amount and value of a payment, we will be embedding bills of lading, airway bills, the content of a letter of credit, a fund, a security. It could be any one of the current SWIFT messages for any one of the members of the whole financial infrastructure, who are then able to use a Ripple style message to communicate not only bank to bank, but from one institution to any other institution on Ripple in real time. Now that makes it very interesting for us that we're already there with a blockchain-enabled environment internally for our trade platform, but to extend that capability to make it very easy to use the whole of the Ripple infrastructure for any type of message.
All right, and I'm going to leave it there for you guys. The amount of utility that is going to be derived from XRP is enormous. And this was back from 2019. There have been developments since then to really promote XRP adoption, to promote usage on the XRPL. Of course, we got the Flare networks, we got the Spark token, we've got DeFi, we've got Ethereum style smart contracts. All these developments have happened during 2020, or at least they've been announced throughout 2020. And so this is part of the new financial frontier. Ripple and XRP doing their part. And of course, promoters of the technology like Graham Bright from EuroExim Bank explaining the benefits of Ripple's XRP. Again, I will link this clip in the description. I'll link everything in the description for you guys if you want to read further. I think XRP price is ready to go haywire in 2021, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.